G'day traders, Julian here from the Concept Trading. Excited today about our trader interview with Noah. Noah is an incredible trader. I had a chat to him before this. His passion for the markets, he's trading everywhere. He's just all over, and it's obviously something that he really has set his heart to. He's traded with us on several occasions. He loves trading the director intern program. He's made it to level 7, which meant he was trading on a capital of $640,000. A force to be reckoned with. He has told me several times that he will hit the million on at least 3 accounts. So if we can all welcome Noah to this interview. Noah,
thank you
welcome.
so much. Thank you so much, Julian. I'm so excited. It's really an honor to be here today, and I thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, well, I think something that sort of stuck with me when we just had a quick chat was you thought, I used to see all these guys getting interviewed. I never thought it'd be me, but listening to what you're doing with futures and what you're doing on our accounts, you really are making some inroads. How did you get into trading? What got you?
So about 4 years ago, right before COVID hit, in February of 2020, that's when I got started trading. I've always been interested in the markets, but the stock market didn't really catch my eye. But the foreign exchange market caught my eye because of the hours of the trading. I was able to trade at nighttime during London session and capitalize on those moves. And I'm a night owl, so I like to be up during the night hours, and it definitely worked with my trading.
Okay, and was there any sort of central figure or person that sort of pushed you to take this more seriously, or?
No specific person. I did get recruited. For those of you that do know, IML Academy. That's where I got recruited to join, and that's where I learned about Forex. And from there, I mean, that's where I started.
Okay. So how did you? I mean, a bit of a plug here. How did you hear about us? What drew you to the Concept Trading?
So this is a funny story. So I was trading with another prop firm, and in the Discord chat, this is when Timecodes had just laid down the hammer, and they got rid of Timecodes for a lot of prop firms. And somebody was texting in the Discord chat, and they said, "Why are you guys wasting your time with these bad firms? How about you guys come check out the Concept Trader?" And I usually don't listen to those type of advertisements, but my back was against the wall, and I decided to give it a look. As soon as I saw the scaling plans, I fell in love, and that's where I found out about it.
That's good. I mean, that's what we pride ourselves on. I think a lot of people, and sorry to do this plug as well, but it's something that needs explaining, and you've done a good segue. How do we get to these 50 million accounts and these $20 million accounts? And how we do that is in our scaling. All the accounts are self-funding because we're hedging them. So each stage, the profit you make helps contribute to the next level, and that's how we're able to get to those big amounts, which Noah's assured me he'll hit very shortly. Noah, what about what was trading like for you in the beginning? Did you instantly know I'm going to make something of this, or?
Oh man, so a lot of highs and lows. I'm sure everyone can attest for that as well. Trading's hard. It's not for everybody. It's definitely, it's gonna hit you hard if you don't know what you're doing starting out. I started trading without a plan, with no strategy, just kind of buying and selling, and that's where I fell in love with. I knew that when I lost a trade, that somebody was on the other end of that making money on my trade. So I kind of fell in love with that concept, and I fell in love with it.
And when you say you were just making trades, was it quite random, or you
not random
charting?
Not random. I was charting for sure. I just don't think that I had a set plan. I didn't have good risk management. I was just entering trades that I thought were at a support and resistance spot. I would buy at the support, sell at resistance, and hope for the best. And with no strict plan in place.
It is incredible how powerful support and resistance are, especially in FX markets. So.
Absolutely.
It's a good little tip there for all those new traders out there.
Yeah.
All right. I think it's like any good sportsman or anything trading, you sort of need some attributes that help you develop and I guess get interested in it. What would you say those attributes are with you? And yeah, what are those skills that you think you brought to the table that helped you?
So I definitely would say you can't give up in this space, no matter how long it takes. You know, some people go to school for 4+ years, eight years to be a doctor or whatever your niche is. But trading takes time, and you know it could be 4 years, 5 years, 10 years. You just can't give up. And if you never give up, you're gonna make it. Sometimes there's a lot of ups and downs, but I attribute not giving up and my psychology that I've grown over the years. I have 4 years of trading under my belt, and my psychology definitely grew over time. I think that when people say that trading is part technical, part psychology, it's true. Psychology plays a big role.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. That it is the hardest thing to navigate. It seems like a boring topic, so people don't pay a lot of attention to it. But when you get bitten or you've had a few good trades and you size up too much, it sort of comes home as to how important that is.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So what specific aspects of the concept trading do you like? We talked about the scaling. And do you like the structure that sits behind it? Do you believe that helps in your success, that little circuit breaker where every time you hit the profit target or every time you hit the drawdown, you got to start again? Do you find that sort of helps?
Absolutely. Definitely. For the concept, the scaling plan definitely caught my eye. And I love that when you hit that target, everything stops. So it's almost like a built-in take profit. You know, so that helps out a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What is your, obviously we don't want to give away your secrets, but what is the basis of your trading strategy? What are you looking for? There's so much information on the internet. I'm sure people love to hear this just to see what makes you tick.
So I consider myself an intraday trader, also a scalper as well, depending on the market conditions. If I see the markets trending, I'll definitely gonna take an intraday trade. With prop firms now, it's hard to hold trades past the market close. A lot of prop firms will make you close the trade at market close, or they'll liquidate you at a certain time. So it's harder to swing trade, I feel like, unless you're on a personal account. But that's definitely a big one.
Okay, so let's
also I look for liquidity sweeps in the market, and I consider myself to be a smart money concept trader.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So when you say scalping, you're looking for a few of those sort of concepts, smart money, trend, etc., and then you're just sort of using that on top of whatever it is that you're using to enter trades.
Yeah. So shout out to ICT. I definitely use some of the concepts there, but I really built my strategy with just being in the market 24/7. You really get experience by just learning on your own. And I feel like just getting into the market, I've actually never traded demo accounts. I paid the price for that. So definitely I paid my tuition fee in the market. A lot of people will trade demo accounts and, learn that way. I feel myself being maybe hard-headed, that you have to get in there. You have to lose real money and win real money, and you'll get more of an experience. So I've been back testing 1 or 2 instruments only, and over the course of these 4 years, and that definitely improved my trading.
Okay, and what are the 2 instruments that you focus on?
So I used to trade gold and NZD USD. Some people might find that interesting to trade NZD USD strictly, but I trade NZD USD. I used to trade gold, and now I trade the S&P.
Okay.
So NZD USD and S&P.
Okay. Okay. Can you tell me a pivotal moment that you kind of realized that you would pursue this to the end?
Definitely just, the desire to change my family's life. I want to impact the people around me. I want to make a difference. I want to make a change. And that pivotal moment was really just to dial in and be patient with my setups and to really take it seriously, like treat it as a business. You really have to get on the computer. You don't have a boss telling you what to do. So you are your own boss in this industry. And when you get in front of that computer, you have to hold yourself accountable. You have to be patient. You really have to take your time and make the smartest, most probable decisions.
Okay.
So when I started doing that, that's what changed my trading. That was the pivot moment for me. Taking 1 to 2 pairs, 1 to 2 instruments, being patient, and realizing that this opportunity could change your life.
And what is your pre-market routine look like? How do you sort of approach the markets?
So no like pre-market routine, but definitely I want to have a clear mental space. When you get into the market, you want to be clear-headed. You don't want to take things with you into the market. The market doesn't owe you anything, so you want to get in there every day with a clear mindset, and that's what I try to do.
Okay, cool. Did you have any mentors, or what do you think, if you didn't have any mentors, what do you think your biggest learning resource was? Where did you get the most?
So no mentors. I watched a few videos on YouTube online. Like I said, I watched a few ICT videos as well. But really, I think your mentor, even if you pay for a mentorship online, you have to put the work in yourself. You really have to get on the charts, and someone can take a strategy and it works for them, but it won't work for me. So you have to really get on the chart and put the work in, and you're going to find patterns yourself, and if you back test and forward test, you'll figure out what works for you over time, and you can build your strategy based off that.
Okay. That makes a lot of sense. Were you involved with the ICT community? I hear you talk about them.
No, I'm not really. I don't have any social medias. I'm not really on the ICT community. I just saw a couple videos on YouTube.
Okay. And you touched on something there. Would you say that your strategies are constantly evolving? Do new ones pop up every now and then? How does that work for you?
So no, I'm definitely not changing strategies all the time. I do have a set things that I look for, a set checklist that I look for every day in the market.
Yep.
So I try not to sway too much from that. I don't want to change it too much. But yeah, I try to stick to one strategy.
Okay. And tell me about getting into something a little bit more exciting. What are some of your trading milestones that you're happy to share with us as far as good achievements and great trades? Tell us a little bit about that. Well,
definitely at the concept, hitting that milestone of level 7 on a director intern account. That's incredible. It took me a little while, a few accounts, but we got there, and it was a great feeling. So that was a big milestone for me to trade that much capital and perform well under those conditions, like psychologically. It definitely could take a toll on you with those large numbers, for sure. But my biggest day I've had was 120,000, and my biggest losing day was about 60,000.
Okay. And what do you think? I mean, we talked about psychology earlier, and you talk about that hitting that $640,000 account. How did that affect you? Do you think it was a mental and a psychological thing that brought you unstuck there, or?
Absolutely. That's what it was. It was a silly mistake on my part. Honestly, I passed all the levels very quickly. I think you can look through the chats, and I think I passed them in less than 2 weeks, up to level 7. And so I think I was going at that pace, and I told myself, I've done 1 through 6 in this short period of time. I could do level 7 now as well, but I just ended up trading on a bad day. The market didn't give me what I was looking for, and I rushed it. That's really what it came down to.
Would you have traded that day differently if?
Absolutely, yeah. I would have been more patient. It comes down to that. I would have been more patient. The next day, I had a perfect setup that I would have passed it. In that same day, I would have passed the whole level 7, and I just needed to wait 1 more day, but I rushed it.
Crazy.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we're talking now about a few little setbacks and challenges. What can you share? I guess some of those, or we just talked about it, but how you then approach them. You talk about coming into the market with a clear mind every day. How do you deal with those negative things, which sometimes cause you to then revenge trade and really, things.
I've been there many times. I've been there.
Yeah.
I've had a lot of setbacks. I've lost so many challenges. I've lost a lot of money. I've won a lot of money. I've gained a lot of money, but I work hard, and sometimes on a big losing day, you have to really step back from the market and clear your mind. And I don't come back until I forgive myself of what happened that next day. So earlier this week, I had a losing day, and I just told myself, It's going to be all right. I had to forgive myself. I came back the next day stronger, and I had a big winning day. So you really got to forgive yourself, come in clear. Don't revenge trade. I've been there so many times. You don't want to do it. Never works out.
Size up, double down, doesn't end well.
Doesn't end well. You really you have a losing trade, and as soon as you go into drawdown on the next trade, your mental is just not there. You're gonna see red on the chart, and you're gonna just be like, "Oh, should I get out?" You're gonna make poor decisions. You want to be clear-headed the whole way through. You want to get to the point where wins and losses are the same. You don't want to be changing your mental.
Well, you want to treat a win. I think that's the challenge right there. You want to treat them the same. Yeah,
exactly. You want to treat your wins like your losses. Like I won 120,000 in a day, and I didn't even blink. I lost 80,000, 60,000. It hurt. I blinked a few times, but you got to forgive yourself. You got to come back.
That's good. That's good advice. And what would you say to people who are looking at trading as a possible way to? Do you also work, Noah?
Oh yeah, I work. Yeah, okay. I used to work 3 jobs. Now I work 2 jobs. So I definitely work.
And what would you say to people in that position about the process of getting into trading?
I recommend working. I know a lot of people that don't work and they trade, and it works out for them. But other times, a lot of traders fail. And you want to have some income to back it up. You want to be able to have your bills paid before you're investing into the market. You don't want it to be your end all be all. That'll mess up your psychology as well. I've been there where I put my last dollar into the market, and you put too much of your heart into it, and you don't want to, your psychology will be all messed up. But you want to have bills paid. You want to have a mental clarity that if you make money or lose money, it's not going to affect your day-to-day life.
It's good advice. It's good advice. We talked about this briefly before, but how has the concept trading, along with other funded firms, help you achieve financial goals? Was it something now that it is contributing in a positive way?
Absolutely, yeah. The concept definitely contributed to my life in a positive way. It's just nice to, you work so hard for years, months, years to achieve this goal, and you believe in it so much. And when you get to bring home these profits, you can show your loved ones these profits, and they get to see that what you've been working for has been paying off, and for yourself as well. When you bring home all that hard work that you put in, all the losing and winning days, all the sleepless nights, all the early mornings, it all pays off when you see those profits come in, and you realize that maybe I'm doing something right. I'm on the right track here.
Okay. This is a little bit off track, but I'd like to go more into your trading, because everyone wants to know what people do for trading. Now, we just had a chat before. You mentioned your last trade was around, was it US CPI? I'm just interested if you could take us through that trade. Obviously, tell us about the setup and tell us what you were thinking.
Yeah, so I was watching the DXY, the dollar index. So I trade the NZD/USD and the S&P. So I'm really watching the DXY, everything that it does throughout the day. And so today I was looking for retrace back into a gap, inefficiency in the market, and to take it higher. Or I was looking for, that was the buy scenario that I had in place, and I was looking also for sells. I like to look at both sides. I like to look for buys, look for sells. Anything that plays out, I like to react to the market. I don't want to chase the price. I want to react to the market. So towards the end of the day today, we took the high out, took liquidity, and I placed a couple sell orders in there, and we shot right back down. So I was looking for a sweep of liquidity or a retrace into the fair value gap, and that's what happened. So I got the liquidity sweep. I entered for sales, and that's how it played out. I made 45,000 today.
Okay, great. So it took out a new high and then came back into that.
Took out a new high, and then came back down.
Okay, great. Good trade.
And I was pairing that with the DXY. So I was watching what the DXY was doing. I knew the DXY wanted to go higher. So I knew when the S&P took the high, that it was going to go lower. I'm correlating the two.
The Kiwi, we call it the Kiwi.
Yeah.
The Kiwi went lower. That's what you were trading, yeah?
The S&P 500.
The S&P. Okay, sorry. Yeah, my mistake. Okay, yeah, cool. What sort of tools do you use as part of your trading? And as far as what the concept trading offers you as well, how does that assist in your trading?
So I don't use any indicators. Like I do use a Fibonacci sequence. I do like that a lot.
Yep.
For like those are the tools that I use in the market. I use sometimes I'll have an EMA that I use and a Fibonacci sequence.
Mhm.
Other than that, I'm not really using any indicators. So I go strictly off price action. And then what was the second part of the question?
And what sort of time frames are you looking at?
And the time frames I'm looking at, I do a top-down analysis.
Mhm.
So I'm watching these pairs every single day. So I have a bias basically for the quarter really. And I go day by day, and it changes every week. It might change, but so I'm because I'm intraday trader, so I'm going off every single day, a daily bias. So I go top down. I go to monthly, weekly, daily, but my sweet spot is I like the 4 hour,
Mhm.
I like the 2 hour, and I like the 15-minute 15-minute time frame.
Okay.
And I'll get all the way down to the 1 minute for entries.
1 minute for entry. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. And what about the concept trading, the way the programs are structured? Does that play to your strengths?
Absolutely, yeah. So I do love the no commissions on the accounts.
Yeah.
I like that a lot because I do scalp in and out of the market. So on previous firms, I would get hit with a lot of commissions going in and out. I place multiple trades during the day.
Mhm.
So sometimes I'll have over $1,000 of commission only. And that can definitely play a role in the profits at the end. So at the concept, there's no commission. So I really do enjoy that. It helps my trading out a lot and the low spreads.
Okay, cool. Motivation and discipline are big elements of trading. Can you tell us a little bit about how you keep motivated, firstly, and then we'll come back and talk about discipline.
Yeah. So success is not final, and failure is not fatal. So I had to learn that multiple times. I've been at the tip of the top many times, and I've came crashing down many times as well. So being at the top, success is not final and failure is not fatal. I've had losing days, winning days. Nothing's promised. You have to come back every single day fresh. And also, I advise traders to not bring yesterday too much into today. You don't want to carry yesterday with you.
Okay, I find that interesting because I kind of think as these different instruments as having their own personalities, and these are ever changing. But sometimes you find a move in the market which is just so good, and you can keep trading it for days and until it happens. So I hear what you're saying about bringing the emotional state, but for me, sometimes once I become familiar, it's kind of a good thing to sort of look at yesterday. But anyway, that's another matter. And what about discipline?
So I think I know what you're saying. So I've been in times where you have a winning streak and you want to try to hold on to that. Maybe is that what you're saying? You want to hold on to that mentality. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree. But the losing days, you don't want to keep those with you.
No,
but the winning days, you want to keep that mental state. When you're winning it, I try to keep it. I try to hold on to that mindset that I'm in.
Completely agree. Now, discipline. What do you do? You have any? Do you have a pre-trade checklist? Is there any structural things that you use to try and make sure that you do maintain your patience, that you do take the right trades?
So just based on my strategy, I'm looking for specific things in the market. So if I see that we swept lows or swept highs, and it's a specific time frame in the day, I look for different like time-based trading. I'm looking at specific time frames, and if the market's going to make a move at a specific time, and then I pair that with all of my checklists. So if it doesn't meet that, there's no trade. If it doesn't do what I'm looking for it to do, especially like the day before, if I'll mark it up, I'm like, oh, I want to see this or this happen. And if none of those two play out, then I don't see what's the move in the market. So you want to wait for that to happen. It feels nice when you get to mark it up, and then you see it play out, and then you have more confidence in the trade because you predicted it pretty much.
Well, something that's sort of become new to me and part of my arsenal is visualization. Do you use that in any form?
Absolutely, yeah. I definitely visualize, like you're saying, where the market might go, like visualizing. Yep. Yeah, absolutely, yeah, for sure. Yeah. Every time I mark it up, I'm looking at where it could go, why it would go there. I'm looking at all the reasons. I'm asking myself questions. Why would it do this? Does it make sense? Is it probable that it would make that move? Are most people looking at sells? Are most people looking at buys? I'm accounting for everything in the market.
I like that. When you see a potential space where people get trapped and the market moves the other direction, it seems to me to be a very strong one of my better.
Yeah, sometimes when the move is too obvious, it's just not going to play out. And it might not play out right then and there when you want it to, but it might play out the next session, you know? So that's a big thing for me was like, I would rush the setup. So starting out in my early years, I would visualize the move, and it might get there, but it didn't give me my last checklist.
Yeah.
And I'm rushing it. Or I might get 3 out of 4 on my checklist, and I'll see it, and I'll go to take it. And the 4th one I wasn't able to check off the 4th list. So it just it's gonna happen the next session. It didn't happen that time.
Yeah. No, I sort of do the same thing too. Like if you're looking at a 15-minute candle for an entry, and you're right, it ticks all the points, but you're only 7 minutes through the 15, and then the candle reverses, and you've already jumped on the trade thinking, I want to get in before the greed comes in.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's very true.
Yeah, sometimes I would enter before the 15-minute close, and it would look like we're buying and we're selling.
Yeah.
So you gotta be really careful.
Into a wicked reversal.
Yeah, I learned that there's a time to go long, there's a time to go short, and there's a time to go fishing. Sometimes you gotta take a step back and just go fishing and get off the charts.
Completely agree with that. That's part of the skills, is knowing when not to trade. But it's a hard one, because when you sit in front of the screen, you want to feel like you're doing something productive.
I try to utilize the alert system. So I set alerts in the market, and that allows me to take a step back from the market. So I'll have alerts set, and if the price reaches that point where I'm interested in, then I'll take that trade. But other than that, I'm trying not to look at the charts. I'm trying to be away and spend time with the family.
That's cool. So tell us about the future for Noah. What's that look like?
The future, man, is this. I'm invested in this. I'm so passionate about trading. I just want to refine my skills and continue scaling up with the concept. That's what I want to do.
Yeah.
So
okay.
We'll be back soon in a month with the $1 million account.
Yeah, I love that. I can't wait. Well, Noah, any shout outs or anything else you want to add to people who are starting or people who are in there that you think would be helpful?
So people starting out, just, give it your best shot, be patient, have a job that's funding this, and never give up, no matter how long it takes. If you want to be a doctor, you're going to go to school for it. You're going to pay a big fee for it. You want to be a trader, it might pay the same or more. You have to put the time in, you got to pay the fee. Don't give up though. Okay.
Good advice. Well, Noah, thank you. It's great having people like you as part of our community. Not only are you taking the time to share everything with you, but you're a valuable member of our community and chat with the team on Discord and those sorts of things, which is really great and what I love about what we're building here. So, mate, thank you for your time, and we look forward to seeing you with those $1 million accounts, and look forward to updating everyone about it.
I promise you will. I promise you will.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you so much, Julian, and the concept. You guys have been so great to me. So thank you so much. I really appreciate it. It's an honor to be here. And like we spoke about earlier, just I watched many of these videos online. I'm not a social media guy, so this is all new to me here. I was nervous before getting on here today. But yeah, just thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. You guys are offering a really good firm. I'm excited to continue trading.
Thanks, Noah. Thanks. Good to have you. And I'm sure everyone appreciates hearing your story.
For sure. Thank you so much.
No props.